They say the most dangerous predator is the one you never see coming. But what if the fortress knows a ghost is watching?
In the dark, a message is sent not with sound but with pressure, a wave of pure energy designed to find the unseen.
Inside the ghost, the world turns sideways. There is no up or down, only the scream of stressed metal and the will to endure. The fortress answers the silent threat with a storm of fire, a calculated defensive fury against the shadow in the water. When the battle goes vertical, a new hunter joins the fray. Its domain is the sky, and its eyes are fixed on the deep. 24 hours earlier, before the chaos, there was a deceptive calm, a steel giant standing guard over a fragile peace. This is the Sonar 6, a marvel of engineering, a floating bastion designed to project power and command the waves. Inside its nerve center, technology reigns supreme. Every variable is calculated, every threat assessed, or so they believe. On the screens, all is quiet. The digital sea reports nothing but the ordinary rhythm of the ocean. But beneath the surface, a different truth takes shape. A hunter, built for stealth and surprise, glides through the abyss. This is the Gadir, cramped, focused, and running on silence. Its crew and vessel are one, a single predatory thought. Their mission is not a battle, but a single perfect strike, a move that will change the board in an instant. The ears of the fortress listen to the deep. The sonar operator, a guardian against the dark, hears only whispers. But the machine's song is a lie. The ocean keeps its secrets well, hiding the shark among the minnows. The ghost continues its patient advance, a sliver of darkness moving toward its unsuspecting target. On the bridge of the Sonar, a flicker of doubt, a commander's intuition, a sense that something is out of place. A new command is given, to listen differently, to search for the sound behind the silence. The change is felt hundreds of feet below. A subtle shift in the water alerts the ghost. It has been noticed. The response is immediate, deeper, quieter. The hunter becomes one with the seabed, a cold, sleeping stone. On the screen above, the faint anomaly vanishes, a moment of concern dismissed as a phantom of the machine. Through the periscope, the target continues on its path, its guard momentarily lowered. The trap is now set. The commander of the deep knows this is the moment. The window of opportunity is small and unforgiving. Inside the torpedo room, the final calculations are made. The steelfish are given their coordinates, their one and only purpose. As the fortress enters the narrow canyon, it unknowingly seals its fate, stepping into the heart of the ambush. The command is given. The outer doors open, and the sea rushes in, ready to unleash the hunters within. Two dark shapes emerge from the hull, a silent promise of the chaos to come. On the Sonar, the Guardian hears it, a sharp mechanical sound that does not belong in the natural world, a sound of intent. Before he can form the words, the decision has been made. The first fish is away. A streak of bubbles, a high-speed propellant trail. The first wave of the assault is launched. And then the second. A coordinated attack designed to overwhelm and confuse any defense. Two hunters, two different paths, converging on a single point. The geometry of a perfect takedown. In the nerve center, the Guardian's warning is a primal scream. The unseen has finally shown its face. The screen confirms the worst fear, two crimson lines closing the distance with terrifying speed. The calm of the bridge shatters, evasive maneuvers, countermeasures, a desperate race against the clock. The giant ship turns, its powerful engines screaming in protest, trying to outrun the inevitable. A shower of decoys erupts from the fortress, flares that burn bright, creating false ghosts to fool the hunter. It's a dance of deception, a desperate attempt to offer a more tempting target to the approaching fury. The first steel fish is fooled. It
veers off course, chasing a phantom, and expends its energy on nothing. A small victory, a single breath of relief on the bridge. One threat down, one remains. But the second hunter is smarter. It ignores the ghosts of light and heat, its eyes fixed on the true prize. All hope now rests on the last line of defense. The Sea Dome, the fortress's iron shield. A volley of interceptors is unleashed, a swarm of defensive hornets rising to meet the lone wolf. They form a wall of percussive force, a series of rapid-fire impacts designed to neutralize the threat. The lone wolf enters the maelstrom, a final desperate confrontation between offense and defense. A blinding flash, just meters from the hull. The shield held, but the shockwave is its own kind of weapon. The giant is shaken to its core. The force of the near miss is a physical blow, a reminder of its vulnerability. Inside, the lights flicker and fail. Damage reports flood the bridge. The fortress has been wounded. The propulsion system is compromised. The giant is bleeding speed and maneuverability. Below, the ghost feels the tremor. It knows the blow has landed, but it also knows its cover is gone. The hunter now becomes the hunted, diving deep into the underwater canyons to escape the coming reprisal. Above, the crew of the Sa'ar works with cold fury. Their focus shifts from defense to retribution. The commander looks to the stormy sky. If the enemy wants to hide in the deep, they will bring the fight from above. The Iron Bird is unleashed. The MH-60, a purpose-built sub-hunter, ascends into the storm. The rules of the engagement have changed. The hunter in the sky has a clear advantage. It can see where the ghost cannot. Its pilot begins to lay a trap, not of steel, but of sound. A network of listening posts dropped into the sea. One by one, the sonar buoys create an invisible net, designed to detect the faintest sound, the slightest movement. The net closes in, blanketing the area where the ghost is presumed to be hiding. There is no escape from the listening ears. Inside the Gadir, the pings are heard from all directions. The walls of the canyon are now the walls of a cage. The only chance is to become invisible, to go completely silent, to hold their breath and pray. The submarine settles into a crevice, its systems powered down, hoping to be mistaken for a rock. From the sky, the pilot scans his screen. The net is active, but the sea remains silent. The patience of the hunter is tested. The silent standoff stretches on, a test of wills between two commanders, separated by hundreds of feet of water. To conserve power, to remain a ghost, the crew inside the sub begins to run low on breathable air. Time is their enemy now. Seconds feel like minutes, minutes like hours. The pressure builds, both outside and inside the hull. A slight miscalculation, a minor scrape against the rock wall. It's a tiny sound, but in the silence, it's a roar. The sound is caught by the net. A single buoy flashes red. The ghost has revealed its position. The Iron Bird banks hard, moving to the source of the sound. The hunt is nearing its conclusion. A single canister is released from the chopper. It is not a weapon of speed, but of gravity. The depth charge falls, a silent messenger of destruction, plunging toward the ghost's hiding place. The ocean erupts. A column of water and energy tears through the surface. The shockwave slams the submarine against the canyon wall, a brutal, concussive force. Systems fail. The hull groans. Water begins to breach the inner compartments. The ghost is mortally wounded. The pilot of the Iron Bird watches, looking for confirmation, for any sign that the threat is neutralized. Out of options, the submarine begins an emergency ascent. Hiding is no longer possible. Only survival matters. The hunter in the sky sees it, a dark shape breaking the surface. the Ghost has been forced into the light. Crippled and exposed, the Gadir lies vulnerable on the waves, its powerful stealth broken. Aboard the Tsar, the commander watches his wounded adversary. The game of cat and mouse is over. But the spirit of the Ghost is not broken. Its diesel engines roar to life, a last desperate attempt to flee. It begins to move, a wounded animal trying to limp to safety. The Tsar gives chase, its main gun turning to track the fleeing target. A warning shot is fired. Not a killing blow, but a clear message. Surrender. The shell lands just ahead of the submarine, a geyser of white water as a final ultimatum. The submarine ignores the warning, its commander choosing to run rather than to yield. From the sky, the Iron Bird is given its final order: end the chase. The helicopter locks on, its targeting system painting the submarine's engine compartment. A single rocket is fired, a small surgical strike designed not to obliterate but to disable. It streaks across the water, a fiery exclamation point to a long and brutal sentence. The impact is precise. A flash of light, and the submarine's engines fall silent forever. Now truly a ghost, the vessel drifts, powerless, at the mercy of the waves. Inside, in the darkness, the crew understands. Their mission is over. They have been outplayed. The Tsar slows, its crew watching the defeated vessel. The fight is done. The two adversaries float in the quiet aftermath, both bearing the scars of the encounter. There is no celebration on the bridge of the Tsar, only the grim satisfaction of a hard-won fight. And in the Gadir, there is no surrender, only the cold reality of failure. As the sun begins to rise, it seems the conflict has reached its end. But then, a new alarm. The radar screen on the Tsar lights up with unknown contacts. On the horizon, shapes are forming. Too many, too fast. They are not commercial vessels. An entire fleet emerges from the morning mist. Their intentions unknown, their allegiance a mystery. The crews of both the Hunter and the Hunted realize the truth at the same moment. Their brutal private duel was never the main event. It was only the opening move on a much, much larger board.